Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I didn't know this would ever happen, but I get to talk about not one, but two Ripple lawsuits in one video. One of these is brand new. Ripple hit with patent infringement lawsuit. Crypto startup responds to allegations. Now, that's the headline from a new piece from Daily Hodl today. And this lawsuit specifically has to do with the payments portion of RippleNet, but also the use of XRP. How about that? So, going to go through it, and then, of course, the other lawsuit is the one that really the community had a laser focus on over the last several days in particular, and because a lot of people are thinking, really mistakenly so, that if this other lawsuit gets tossed out, that XRP would no longer be a security. It's actually not quite the case, but there is an update on that, so I'm going to talk about that one as well. Not a ton of news on it, but I didn't expect a ton of news, frankly, but there is something to say about it. So there you go. Get to talk about two Ripple lawsuits in one video. But before going any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you think it's ridiculous that everybody and their mama wants to sue Ripple, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. But I'll tell you what, it's kind of a sign of success. When companies start to do well, it's inevitable. If you're running a company, exist long enough, have enough success, people are just going to start suing you. And Ripple's definitely in the limelight here, especially in the world of crypto. No question about it. Take a look at this tweet, a little lighthearted tweet from Lord Lionel to kick off the video here. And he wrote this: XRP holders right now while court case is proceeding. And there's a picture of Wolverine holding a framed photo of Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. Oh, touching. I thought it was funny anyway, so there you go. All right, into the real content now. So again, Ripple hit with patent infringement lawsuit. Crypto startup responds to allegations. New court documents show Ripple is responding to a patent infringement lawsuit and asking a judge to throw out the case. North Carolina-based Cooperative Entertainment is suing Ripple for violating a patent filed in September of 2013 and approved in August of 2016. The patent describes a node-based network designed to power peer-to-peer content distribution. The present invention provides systems, this is a quote from it, by the way, the present invention provides systems and methods for peer-to-peer, that's P2P, dynamic networks and or subnetworks for file distribution between peers receiving the same content. In particular, any instance of large data file distribution to recipient peer nodes is considered within the scope of the present invention, including but not limited to video file distribution, game content distribution, large data files and combinations thereof. Any packets and or stream of data that is ordered correctly and delivered in a timely way is considered the content for distribution within the P2P dynamic networks and or subnetworks of the present invention. That's a mouthful, isn't it? But that's specifically what was covered here. So, check this out. Cooperative Entertainment claims Ripple's payments technology, including its use of XRP, violates the patent. So specifically, it sounds like almost all of RippleNet. I guess when I was first reading through this, I was thinking to myself, surely they're not talking explicitly about XRP, because that's been around for over 7 years, and Ripple doesn't have any special permissions over the XRP ledger, so it couldn't be that, and it seems to not be the case. However, the payments technology that is RippleNet, which didn't go, I don't know the day they started working on RippleNet, the payments portion, formerly known as Xcurrent. I just don't know that off the top of my head. But perhaps it was created after this, or at least, the production version. And what's interesting to me, though, is that they're throwing in the use of XRP. And so it's strange to me that specifically XRP in conjunction with the payments portion of RippleNet is somehow a problem. But it doesn't spell out why in any greater detail. So I think what we're going to have to do is, this is just the latest, so I'm giving you the latest news update. And we're just going to have to wait until there's more word on this. And I'm sure this is one of those things that, until the court case is over, you're going to keep hearing from it as there are updates from time to time. Ripple filed a motion to dismiss the case last Thursday. The payment startup says Cooperative Entertainment has failed to provide enough evidence to support its case and prove Ripple infringed on the patent. A hearing on the case is currently scheduled for February 13th in San Francisco. So we'll know something more, presumably, within the next few weeks, and I will continue to report as this moves forward. But for something like this, I don't know that there's anything to it. Sometimes these things are just a money grab. If there actually is something to it, don't be surprised if there's some sort of settlement here, because I'll tell you what, RippleNet is not going away. Okay, they're just not going away. Even I'm not saying Ripple did anything wrong, but even if they did, money's going to solve the problem. All right, on to the next lawsuit, and shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf, who sent this direct to my Twitter inbox. And take a look at this. Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse's motion to dismiss was taken under submission by the court judge, meaning she will issue a ruling at a later date. I don't know how the legal system works, but this could take days, weeks, or even months. And here's a screen grab of what he's talking about right here. United States District Court, Northern District of California. Civil minutes. And you can see January 5th, 2020. It went on for 56 minutes here. And then you can see the defendants, Ripple Labs, XRP2 LLC, which is, by the way, that's the registered money services business through which Ripple does sell XRP. Bradley Garlinghouse is also listed. And I thought, shouldn't there be an E in Bradley? It's spelled Bradley. He has no E in his name. I've also never heard him named or go by Bradley, so I don't know. Maybe that's just his legal name. That's pretty normal, but I don't know. Shouldn't there be an E in there? It just seems like it's missing the letter. But take a look at this. So what does this all mean? What's going on? Well, I'm not a lawyer, and luckily some people out there reading and covering this are. So take a look at this. There's a tweet from Jake Chervinsky, who is a lawyer. And so here's what he wrote in response to this. Here is today's minute order for the hearing on Ripple's motion to dismiss. It went for 56 minutes. As is typical, the judge took the matter under submission, meaning she will issue a written ruling at some later date. It could be days, weeks, or months. And then somebody else responded to that and wrote, I'm guessing that whenever the judge gets around to making a determination, they will notify parties first, so news will come from Ripple Labs or the plaintiff's attorneys. And Jake Chervinsky, the lawyer, responds, no, the parties find out when the order hits the public docket. The lawyers will get automated filing notices in their emails, so they'll know right away, but so will anyone else paying for the right subscription service. So there you go. So we might not actually hear from Ripple first, and that's some inside baseball type of stuff that I just never would have known, but fascinating nonetheless. So all this means ultimately is we're continuing to play the waiting game, and we shall see. All right, on to the next piece from Daily Hodl. Kim.com says crypto's tiny 2% community needs to stop the bickering and fighting. Well, that's a headline that I can certainly agree with. What a bunch of tribalistic people in the world of crypto. Not everybody, but it's rather notable. Internet entrepreneur Kim.com and crypto analyst Tone Vase jump into the pool for a new YouTube video to discuss the former's legal case, privacy issues, Facebook, fake news, manipulation, gatekeepers, the intelligence community, Hong Kong, mass surveillance, crypto, and Bitcoin. Well, I'm interested in part of that. Kim explains why he got into Bitcoin and what type of mindset the community needs to adopt to make crypto survive and thrive. And so here's a quote from him. I got into Bitcoin when WikiLeaks was fighting this banking ban where no credit card company and no bank would allow our donations to reach WikiLeaks, where they were basically completely shut out from any outside funding because some large financial corporations were forced by the government to make sure WikiLeaks would have no money. So obviously at that point, WikiLeaks switched to crypto and accepted donations with Bitcoin, and that to me was something where I thought if everything else that we're used today today fails in providing us with the rights of financial freedom to pay whoever the hell we want if we believe in them, then crypto is the right thing to make sure that we can still do that. And that is where I got really interested in that whole movement. Ever since then, I've been working in the background doing my part to making sure that there will be more adoption of crypto and now developing technology that I hope will bring the masses to crypto because that is what we have to do. That is also why the crypto community has to be nice. They don't have to. They should, though. We have to all work together. I don't like the disputes that are going on between the different solutions. We should all be coming together as a community. Right now, the crypto community is only 2% of all internet users. That's way too small to make a dent. So we need to all work together. We need to make sure that crypto replaces the corrupt and outdated financial system and that we take our financial freedom back. Well, some of that I agree with in terms of, play nice, because people just don't want to do that. Not everybody anyway. But I found that stat interesting too. How about that? Only 2% of internet users are part of any crypto community. And the thing about that, so of that 2%, how many are part of the XRP community? I mean, it's got to just be a fraction of that, right? Interesting. So almost no humans are doing what we're doing. I think that's cool as hell, frankly. Not because I want to be part of some exclusive club. It's more so I'm thinking from an investment perspective. Nobody knows what the hell is going on right now. So I'm happy to be in early. I don't know if you're part of the XRP community investing. I would suspect you feel the same right there. But as far as all the rest of this stuff about skirting the government and this or that, look, I'm not. I'm not into that. That's just not my jam. I think that, not that I'm some huge government guy. I'm just saying, there's a place for thoughtful regulation here. And the type of anarchists out there that don't think that there should be any enforcement of law, or the laws just shouldn't exist, for me, it just goes too far. But that's not most of the people in the XRP community. You find more of that type of sentiment in the Bitcoin community. Because that's where this all started. To just, not that all were anarchists, but quite a few of them. Just not my cup of tea. But I can get down on some of what he said. That's it for this video, though. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!